Here we go. Final hour. All right. There we go. Get that off the screen. Appreciate that follow. Thank you so very much. Interesting. Gotta change how that's stacked so you can see those. Silly, silly. All right, let's get in there and see what we can find. Final hour and all. Gotta turn this down a little bit. It's a little loud in my ear. There we go. Clear out some of these little things. Let's look at the map. Let's see what we see. Let's go see if there's anything still over here. Looks like whatever epic battle they had, that guild held on. I like it. Clear out my thing there going live. Looks like we have some flames up in here. Somebody came through for final hour. That's one thing about final hour. Waiting for those famous, you know, drops of the shield. Alright, let's start combing around and seeing what we see. Start with 673 and we'll jump around. How is everybody's day going so far? Hopefully they had some success in zone versus zone. Got a little flames, nothing too crazy. This guy's here. Looks like he's scouting those for the giggles. Let's keep an eye and see what he'll do. Clear that out so I know. Alright, so why only 1080p? What do you mean? The resolution? When streaming, that's pretty much the max out there. Yep. Looks like he's going to try to clear those out. No, he's going with the farms, I guess. Nothing too exciting. Alright, so let's keep looking around, shall we? Let me go back into the chat. Let's see. That one was no good. 667. 667 looks to be on fire, but nothing too crazy. But I'm going to throw it in there again. He seems to be there. Let's see, 673. Let's look at somewhere else here. No, 10's not going to be active. 256 maybe? No. Okay. Of course, if anybody has anything exciting out there, please be my guest. think what we're gonna have to do is kind of peruse through some of the newer zones and see what we see. I'm not seeing much in these bookmarked. I think that just might be the way of it. I'll take one more look before we go diving through some of the new zones. 707. Only one thing on fire. Although, there is somebody in there that is having a look-see, I have a feeling. So, let's just have a quick look at that one. This guy here. Guessing that that's not a normal one for that area. See who he has. Jack Bauer. See what he's got cooking. So he must be hiding, because again, I don't know. His level 53. Not too many golds. Yeah, he might be accurate here on these. These are newer ones anyway, newer officers, so maybe he hasn't built them up just yet. Let's look at his wingman. 6 gold, 5 gold. Yeah, he's got some strength, but a lot of troops for 338. I wonder what his research level is. That always can be very telling. But nothing too glorious there, unfortunately. So we're going to have to go take a peek. 7. Look at this one here. Sitting out in nowhere's land. What else we got? Sometimes it's difficult at the end because you're literally waiting for shield drops or waiting for somebody to not do something smart. Let's look here. What happens if I so what I'll do is I'll drop my shield. And then I set up a rally so he can't get me, but with my shield down, he might actually go for me. Wonder if I still have EMP up so he can't scout me. Yep. So he can't scout me. Which, that'll be good. Because then he won't know. launching another two guys, possibly tile fighting. See if that turns into anything real quick. Might have to come back to this. And let's go see what this person's doing. They're just going to sit there, right? Yep. 707. Oop, here we go. Decided to go for it. I wonder if 405 is going to jump in. What you guys doing? Those final hits can be exciting. Rack up the last little bits of points. But you do have to sit there and wait and see who will make the mistake. Didn't calculate the time correct of the finish of zone versus zone. Let me see. I'll come back to that. I'm gonna go see if there's anything else here. 70. Let's go 667. I've already looked. Wondering if 710 is 100 days in. I wonder if they have zone versus zone yet. Not sure, because there's some people that are not shielded that are not on fire. So it's possible that they're not in it yet. So let's go look just at one more, 711. Now granted, I'm doing this off screen, just quickly jumping in and taking a look. It's a little quicker on my phone. So next round of this, I'll have my phone attached to this as well. That way you can see what I'm doing in both locations. Everybody's shielded, so I have to believe that there is some action going on here. There's some fires. So nothing too crazy though, unfortunately. Okay. Okay, so, you know, I forgot to turn on a little bit of the music. Sometimes those quiet background moments. There we go. Alright, so 712 maybe? All right, here we go. Alright, I'm being scouted, so might jump back to 673, see if this guy wants to pounce. I think those guys are done tile fighting. He just scouted me there. He's plenty big enough that if he wants to hit me, he'll hit me. Come on, take a chance. Who's flying? Nope, he left. Nope, he came closer. Uh-oh. Here we go. This might be one right there. There's nobody crazy power around. This guy, he could always jump in. But Commander out. Let's see how he was stacked again, just so we remind ourselves. Stacked out. He's got older officers, nothing too crazy. He is maxed. He's got mostly gold medals. Wingmans are very healthy. A lot of negatives in there. Probably has some decent ghosts. Curious. 197 million. He could be a lot of research. I mean, he's pretty healthy too. Not maxed. But pretty healthy. That it could also be small enough that he can hide all of his troops. Come on, man. Make a move. This guy's empty. If he jumps, I think I'm going to send him one troop. See if I can scare him a little. There he goes. Didn't scare. I did scare him. Made him think about that for a second. So he knows he's empty. He just sent troops. Slow enough march that he put some troops behind it, but I bet you anything he was trying to see if he could cue me to come in. I mean, that's another big guy there. Another big guy there. He knows he's big on troops. We could probably fill his garages and put a little hurt into him, but he'll definitely survive us. But if another big guy comes in, he's probably farming at this point. I just thought it was funny that I sent two T1 troops and put a little speed on it and made them think it was something big and important. And it wasn't. Let's have a quick look. This guy's still here. This guy's still here too. He went shopping. 712. These guys were tile fighting, but I think they're done. Trying to get some points, obviously. I mean, that's good. Pretty ballsy though. 135 mil power. Decent for, I guess, how long that has been open. Now he went and put Zeal in there. Guess we're gonna leave that one alone. Alright, so back on the hunt. Guy is still waiting for his opportunity. I move so much sometimes. At this point, he's toying. See? This guy's here. Maxed out guy. Remember him? I wonder. Yep, there it is. There it is. Now I get to see what goodies he has. Yeah, they got some. So BB Man has 5 100 level gold, and one of them is 90. And Mr. Vito is fighting with there's a 500 and one of them is a 120. So at this point he's just farming. I have some resources there, so he'll get a little bit of resources off me. Big guy there. I'll scout just for the sake of scouting. So it looks like we finally find a skirmish. Old zone. Let's see what the play is. William, welcome. This is called Invasion. And honestly, it's actually one of the characters in the game. That's different type of game. Trying something a little new, a little different. But yeah, it is something I played for a long time. Thought I would come back to it and check it out. They wanted me to do some content stuff, so that's what I'm doing. This guy is nice and plump. Old zone might take a minute for this stuff to populate. COC. What is COC? Come on, don't mess with me. Let me see. Oh, yeah, sorry. I know the name. I didn't know it was abbreviated COC, but Clash of Clans, yeah, I used to play that back in the day. When it first came out. We got a whole bunch of big, oh man, 11 billion power guy there. Looks like that they are farming. Who is the tough nut that they're trying to crack here? 11 billion guy, maybe. That's crazy. Nice. So you've been playing that game for a long time. There it is. They're trying. So we have a 4 billion going after over 11.5 billion. See how messy this gets. Not gonna be pretty. $11,681. Man, they only bumped him. That's not a whole heck of a lot. Yeah, I don't remember much about Clash of Clans, to be honest, so I don't remember what it all, you know, the town halls mean anymore. Nice. If you look at these guys, they spent a lot more than $5. Look at this guy. Oh, come on. I don't know why it's messing up on this server. It's an old server, though. Let me see. Yeah, it's not going to let me see for some reason. Very odd. Like we got some action going on, so let's look here. Let's see, Dixie has something. What are they doing? This guy is 314. We got Dixie here, 4 billion. This guy is going to probably get his commander farmed. I have played it a long time ago. So long ago, I don't remember. So, you know what? You are legend. These guys are setting up a rally. What's this guy doing? Is he resetting something maybe? But he's only 35 million. He better not unshield or it'll be his last days of playing. But this guy's gonna feel it. Nice. So 336, 336, 336, whole bunch of them here. It looks like they're going to go for that guy. With a little bit of trading points maybe with this guy. Let's see. Oh, no. He decided not to go with that, which is probably the smartest thing he's done. Yeah, they just filled him up. Let's see if Dixie's stuff will come up. So, 6s across the board. Some of the newer officers even. What's he got? 4. Lots of 4 rated and 1 red. One of the new ones, maxed out. He's got some boost behind him. And there it is. There's the 4. Glass monitors. Yeah, he's got a... This is a hard one to come by. I know that. So, what else we have? Oop. Look at that. Almost 1.5 billion troops destroyed. That's a lot of destruction. Wingmen. 20s. 17, 16, 17. High level. Decent at negatives on them. A lot of decent negatives. Nice. Oh. I guess they decided to cancel the idea of taking him on. No, they wanted to bring in the big guy. Let's see who wants to play. These are all big enough guys that they can hold their own, I think. Take a look-see back. Let's actually look at this report real quick. So that was that big one that we looked at. 381 million troops. So they sent 3,000. They lost 9.75, and he only lost 1.51 in total power. But their ghosts beat his ghosts. So I have a feeling they might keep chipping away at this. So let's take a look back at 171. Doing some farming. Even though they're HQ 22s, he's still going to farm them anyway. Wonder if he fell asleep. Wonder if that's why they're they're trying to chip away at him. Well, that's going on. Let's see what they're doing over here. Not sure. Everybody's kind of sitting around trying. What do they got? Let the smoke clear, if you will, and take a look. It's going to be a slow chip away. But this person is asleep and they're not repairing. Can be done. Taking a look at the other zone. I wonder if they're going to keep trying on the new guy that came in. What are we at? We are at 7:41 Eastern Time. UTC is 23:41, so we don't have much time left. This is like the final, points. Depending on where you're sitting as well, you want to be careful because you might be assisting others to win by giving them points. If you mess up, you know what I mean? You don't want to mess up. Try one more again. I don't know if they're going to try any more on this guy or not. I don't know if that last hit was successful or not. All right. Excuse me. Long day at work. All right, so I'm going to peruse around some more. So here, talking in chat, basically. So the one guy they were going after disappeared. The 8 billion guy came back in, but at this point, in the 15 minutes left of zone versus zone, 8 billion power guy, you're chipping away at some big numbers, and it's not worth it in the end. Too much loss. You need to crack them to get the points back that you're going to lose. So maybe they gave up on this guy too with 15 minutes left. I don't know, 15 minutes left. Not sure we're going to get anything crazy. Not worth doing. All right, so I'm not sure we're gonna find any more good ones at the moment. Like I say, we're at the final minutes now. Already a lot of people are starting to go home. Oh, looks like they're going to try again, maybe. Let's see what they're going to rally. That's just interesting. Coffee. Must have coffee. Zebo, welcome. How's it going? Just trying to see what these guys are doing over here in zone 171. I'm doing all right. Looking forward to the next segment of this the show today. Just decided to get in here a little early and basically let you guys see what I can find anyway of the final hours. But basically getting into base building here in a little bit. So I'm looking forward to that. Do some Q&A. Help everybody learn how to build up. Oh, hey, this guy, I didn't realize his name is Mighty Duck. Nice. Hello, Mighty Duck. This is an old zone, so my app is kind of being weird. Okay. How is this lovely Tuesday for you? You in the game trying to make something happen? There they go. Going for Mighty Duck. Can't see Mighty Duck's power. Go back in. See if it'll load up differently. Nope. I'm gonna whack him with some extras. Whack on his meat, his shield, T1s and things, and his ghosts. Give him a little run for the money. Nope, you missed on that one. William is back. What's going on? Just trying to see if they're going to crack this guy. For some reason it's not letting me zoom in on people here. So I'm all over, actually. I'll be honest. Right now, my main base is in 673. I have a new base in 723 that I'm working on, and tonight I'm about to build one in a new zone. So I'm going to build it from scratch. So not sure what zone that'll be exactly, but we're going to give it a go. Whatever the newest, if I'm already in 723, so if there's one newer or the one just below it. But how about you? What zone do you play? wonder if they're just going to give up on this guy again at this point in the 8.5 minutes left. What's the point? These guys, you know, he's 25. He's probably billion power of some sort. Even though I can't zoom in on him for some reason. Okay, well, hey, 722. You might be seeing me there. Like I said, depending on what's available. Try one more time. Now, it is dead set on me not looking at him. Or anybody else. Man, look at that. They are going to try again. They are going to try one more game. I mean, rallies take so long. I mean, I doubt they'll have time to even pull off a second one. I doubt they're going to crack into him as well. What sucks? The new zone? Well, we have had this debate actually yesterday, the beginning section. What is your take? Right now, obviously, in the older zones, they're doing more of the melee type. But what do you think? Do you like the melee or not? Do you like the TVT that they used to have? Or would you rather continue to have zone versus zone like they do in the new zones? You know, the point structure. What's your take? These guys have called it quits. Guys are just going to sit around and wait. Just waiting to see if this guy would jump on anymore. Yeah, because I think the new way that they do it in you know, like in the new zones, I really like that point structure. You know, if you don't play it right, you could lose or you could win. So I kind of like that new structure. Yeah, no, there's definitely a sea of shields for sure. It's something that I would love to get with the developers on and try to come up with something. Yesterday we were looking at one of the zones, you know, the newer zones that just opened up. I believe it was 707. And they're playing some old zones. Actually, I wonder if I still have the notes from that. You go into my recently deleted. Yeah, so it was zone 706, 256, 326, and 312. The thing about it is, so people just do their zone versus zone medals and shield after. Yeah, that is true. That is very true. You know, fear of getting whacked by a large, you know, billion power or so. But 706 has only been open for 123 days. I don't know how anybody in that zone could be anywhere near stacked appropriately to take on any of the other zones they're playing. The smallest or the shortest one is 1,248 days, and the longest one is 1,528 days. They've had that long to build, spending or not, that many rewards, that many specials, that many gifts, that many whatever, to build up their bases. And, you know, their farms are probably 22, you know, HQ 22s. So it's definitely, it definitely needs some changing. I mean, I'm surprised that they actually did the zone merge thing, to be fair. I never thought that would happen. Of course, when I took my break, they started, you know, merging zones. I mean, let's just be honest, that's crazy. But yeah, the matchups of these new zones with the old zones and it being a melee style is harsh. TVT at least maybe have a chance because you can partner up with one of the older ones, but not melee. You think the zone merge sucks? What part of it? Or all of it? Trying to see. You can't touch me. This guy boogied. Bum, 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 bum. What do we got? We are down to it. 2.5 minutes. And done. 2.5 minutes. And it's time to start building a base. The right way. No, I don't think anybody else here is going to play too much. In the last minute there, whatever, let's just watch these guys duke it out a little bit. Because why the hell not? What do we got? What do we got? Anything? Come on. I bet they gave up on the rallies because they just take too long. 1 minute and counting. Let's go. Yeah, they had to have given up. There's no reason. There's no point. There is no point, I tell you. And that is probably what we call it right there. It's a done deal. 30 seconds left. There's no reason to keep doing any more. I'm off and on, to be fair. Depends. If I'm feeling it, sure. If I'm not feeling it, no. Yeah, but to be fair, the only way to actually play a proper zone versus zone is to have, you know, a big pile of diamonds. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Zone versus zone complete. Everybody can quit their crying now and mosey their way back home. Get home with yourself. Go see something real quick. Alright, this is something here. Alright, so at this point, I think what we're going to do is I'm going to take me a small break and kind of shift everything over to a build. Kind of get out of this fight to the death mode that this zone versus zone is. So I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna alert everybody we're changing subjects, if you will. But I really do hope you guys either come back or stick around for a few minutes. That would be stupendous. Be back shortly. Here we are, back for some more. Just doing a couple little housekeeping things. Nice. All right. So one thing I do want to do, though, before I get into the base, is I feel bad if somebody is kind enough to subscribe that their stuff is getting blocked by the picture. So we're just going to go in here. We're going to change a couple quick things. Hopefully be really quick. Then we're going to get into some base building, because base building is impotent. So this needs to be almost as important as that. Save it. That way, people subscribe like this person. Oops. Recycle them. There we go. And get the proper look there. All right, so starting a new base. Let's do this. Let me just quickly go back in here. Count. That would be 722. 722 it is. All right. Here we go. Let's call it see if Bob the Builder works. Somebody probably has it. Now, you can use this over here as a oh yeah, too many characters. Let's just do this. Let's just do Bob Builder. So this though will change it and just kind of give you different letters, or not letters, but like different words. Puts together some weird ones sometimes. But yeah, you can choose your gender here. Honestly, it don't matter if you don't want to put it per se. Just pick anything. This right here, because changing this later does cost a change out or diamonds to get a change out, commander change. But you can choose through these. And honestly, out of the gate, it really doesn't matter. You're going to change these things as time progresses anyway. So having them, you know, be whatever you want now is just kind of a, we'll call it a preference for whatever you want to do. So for a look. So I'm just going to go with him. And then tap the fingerprint. And then you're going to start through the process of, you know, all the videos and whatnot. So we'll go through all of them.
Dad, we've snuck into Hydra's base camp and stole their nuclear bomb launcher.
Well done. The Resistance will launch the final assault on Hydra after an hour. You have to evacuate to a safe place before that.
Don't worry, Paul. I will protect Zona and wait for good news from you.
Full assault! Hydra's tyranny ends today.
Go in for it. just so you're aware that this is technically a battle of ghosts. You'll see later on. We have victory. We move along.
Our plan worked, Paul. You've exposed yourself. Die.
No.
Damn, we're betrayed. It's a trap.
Paul, surrender and let the ghost work for me.
Oh
This-
no.
Is your only choice.
What will he do?
It's not over yet. Launch the nuclear bomb now and wipe them out.
I've heard of your name. A smart person like you should know what to do. Do you want to kill Paul?
No. Dad! I would never agree.
Oh, tough decision. Do we launch? Do we cancel? You know what? I'm going with the launch.
Zona, don't forget who we are and our mission. What are you still waiting for? Follow my order.
I'm sorry, Zona.
Dad! Dad!
Here it goes.
Nuclear missile ready.
3, 2, 1.
You are in charge of the ghost from now on. And take care of Zona. For me.
Here's a nuclear bomb detonation. Actually looks like that in game.
You're all crazy!
I'm sorry, Zona. I...
No, this isn't your fault. It's Dad's choice. We lost everything. The world is still in the dark. When will the light come?
You've really annoyed me. Prepare for real darkness and fear!
Ghost won't be destroyed easily. We need to get back to our base. There must be survivors.
Right, our base hasn't been completely destroyed. Many of our soldiers have survived. Except Dad. Only you have the reputation and capability to lead us for the light. You're our only hope.
Believe me, Zona. What Paul hasn't accomplished, I will take responsibility for, and I will make it come true.
Here we go. So, this is your first view of the inside of your base, and what you're actually going to be looking at whenever you're working on, building up from the inside. So, with that being said, so this little guy here is going to point you in the right direction for the first little bit of just trying to get your base started. Commander, the facilities are severe. Missed it. A safe place is our priority. Deploy troops or soldiers to scout. Small Hydra force has penetrated our defenses. Oh no. So right at the gate, it's trying to ask you to upgrade your headquarters. So since this is scrolling across here, this is just one of those things where, announcement in zone from the game, sometimes from other zones, but this is just an announcement. You can hit the X and silence it, but the next one will bring it up again. So first things first, let's follow the circle. So level 1 headquarters. What we're asking to do is upgrade this to level 2. In level 2, this is also going to tell you everything you need to understand about what you get from, in the game we call it HQ, but headquarters. March capacity. Currently at level 1 we have a 2,000 troop max. If we upgrade our power, when we upgrade our power of this building, will change from 6 to 6 plus 14. So a total of 20. So March capacity 5,000. We're going to unlock the lab, which is very important, and power is going to go to 20. We need these items to make the upgrade. So energy, oil, steel, and food. The time it will take is 3 minutes and 20 seconds of original time. And currently, if we look, speed ups, time after boosts is 20% taken out for this other. So it's part of the growing of your base. So get more. There's a whole bunch of different ways and things you can do. We can get into that later. We can do an instant upgrade using diamonds, or just do the upgrade button. Upgrade button. So as you can see, the timer starts ticking. The building is upgrading. And we can hit this free as a free section to upgrade.
As the headquarters gains levels, more important buildings will be unlocked.
Thank you for telling me. So these are what happened. So we grew power and march capacity. We've also gained these items for us to use in-game as we progress. We are now level 2.
The road ahead is full of challenges. Don't slack off. Tap the recommended missions below and continue to build our base.
Mission bar. So here it is. Wanted rebirth. Facility is fairly damaged. We need time to recover. What's your plan? A safe place is our priority. Deploy soldiers to scout Hydra's next step. A small Hydra force has penetrated our defenses. We need to get some information from them. So, base almost completely destroyed. The enemy is on their way. It's time to fight or die. So headquarters level 2, which is what we did. And we've gained 30 of the S1. Or in game, we like to call them T1s of the SUV Cricket. Times 10. So we got 10 of these 30s. So 300. Armed forces, we have to get armory to level 2. So we could literally go down these if we wanted. Go. Upgrade. Produce 20 plus 30. The power level 5 plus 8. And we need these items to upgrade. Upgrade. Still in the free. Let's go back to rebirth. Collect that one. So we have Army Reserves. Cricket 1-star SUVs still need 10. Produce a total of 50 Crickets 1-star SUV. Go.
Slide to choose the production quantity. Now, let's produce as many as our armory can produce.
Alright, so the queue, there we go, will let us make 50. So we're going to sell to produce. Takes 8 minutes, 14 seconds total, but we're going to speed it along and ask it to tell us how many we need and use them. So now technically, see our power goes up as we do things. Technically, if we look here, we have a total of 990 troops. Of them, we have 390 of these, 300 of those, and 300 of those. Okay. Back out of there. Check rebirth, and we can collect another one. Now it's saying to defeat a level 1 terrorist. Go look on the map. Magnifying glass. Find a terrorist, level 1. Attack. We're gonna march all we got. Boom. Done. Go back to the base.
Congrats and welcome back, Commander. Now you can claim chapter rewards by going back to the wanted page.
Claim all.
Hydra forces have been alerted to our operations, and attacks against us will soon be ordered.
Well, my.
But as long as we keep expanding our forces, we can still easily take them down.
Alright, so here's the map. Level 1. So to get 3 stars, we got to finish. Win, win, and this. So let's do it again. Attack. Too many troops. Go with the commander. We're going to tell it 200. We're going to go. Victory. Uh-oh. Oh, I think maybe I used the wrong ones. Let's try that again. It's chapter 2. Go back to 1. Less than 200. See? Less. So... $1.99. See if that works. Victory again, 3 stars. 3 stars, it helps. I'll show you why. Elimination. Alright, so right here, 12 stars for this. And there's several of them as you go through here. So if you get 3 stars all the way along, you get more of these. So it's worth trying to get to the 3 stars and just follow what it's recommending. So get some more free gifts there. This here is also a collection of things that we're gaining as we go along. So we're going to claim them all. And this here is just, it's claiming everything. If you hit it every time, some things you have kind of are meant to sit there, and you don't want to necessarily claim it. So it just gives you a warning, but yes is the answer. Gratitude gift. We're going to claim it. Clear them out of here as well. We'll go over what all that is here in a minute. He's an officer. Another thing we'll have to go over soon. So, level 2. All this kind of stuff, you can kind of come back and do this, but you want to do it within a certain amount of time because your march speed is really fast. So in the next 2 days, you want to try to get through as much as you can, just because they get further and further away, and it takes a little longer. So this lock here means that we can unlock this. It's the lab. It's unlock. Free. But we want to keep building. So click on the HQ here and do an upgrade. Next one, level 3, 10,000 total. Unlock defense center and have a total of 59 power of this building alone. We have all the items we need. Let's do the upgrade. And for free again. Gain these rewards. Hit OK. And carry on. Now we're going to just do this through a handful more. I think this one is going to require a building to be introduced as well. So you can hit go. And it's going to show you the building. Defense capacity 1,000 power plus 7 of the building alone. And these materials are needed. Hit unlock. Click on the free. But this building needs to be at level 3 before we can do that one again. So let's go through and just keep upgrading it until we're now at 3. Go back to the headquarters. Oop, that's not what we're going to look at just yet. And hit upgrade. Level 4. Here we are. I'm going to take it to 5 before we start looking at some other things. Alright, so unlock the Tesla lab. Follow me and let's check it out. Let's unlock that. And there's the Tesla lab. Develop for free. Swipe up. There we go. 600 seconds times 2 of universal speed ups. Thank you very much. Now, see how we get to level 5 on our HQ. Needs Defense Lab 4. Click on the go. But Defense Lab to go to 4 needs the Black Market to be at 4. So let's unlock it and start going through it. Now we go here and upgrade that to 4. Then we can take this guy to level 5.
Great. The headquarters is now at level 5. On the battlefield, we must use strategy and skill to reduce casualties. I'm sure you know the importance of formation.
So now we're going to look at formations of our troops. Click on that.
Based on unit strength Trinity, set out your attack and defensive formations to reduce casualties and win battles.
So this is what they're talking about. The higher the damage done, the greater enemy's units and defense losses. The less damage taken, the fewer your own losses. So this is the strength Trinity. So basically, follow the wheel here. So helicopter defeats tank, tank defeats SUV, SUV defeats helicopter. In here, the cannons defeat the defenses. These defenses can defeat each one of these if you have them. We'll go into more detail about that. But here's how you set up your formation based on defense. You can move all this stuff around. Wait. Oh, we don't have the... No, I can't move those. What? Thought I could. Silly goose. But same thing, you can move your attack ones around as well.
We can practice the troops' restraint knowledge that we learned in the war simulator and win rewards. Let's go take a look.
Follow the hand. Free to start.
You can win this one? Send your troops out quickly.
Let's do, like it says, the tank.
Great, we won. The next reward is really good. How about using 100?
Now I was saying to use this one. So we use some chips. That's all right.
Awesome. War simulator chips can be obtained from guild missions. Let's do our best.
So basically you can run through here and you can guesstimate. It's all a guessing thing. But like SUV, I'm defeated. It's a loss. So for 250 more simulator chips, I can do it again. And guess helicopter. Tank. Helicopter. And then I lose. And you can also have high mode here you can hit. High mode will walk you through some of these items. Same thing though, but you need 2.5 thousand. We have 4.8. And just higher rewards for the same thing. Hey, welcome back. We are doing some base building fun. And because we've gotten to level 5, we are now done, or we're going to get these rewards, which are newbie teleports, limited time use. So, level 5 rewards. For the items menu, you have the store versus my items. So in here, you have 8 days to use your newbies before they're gone. But as soon as you go above level 5, you lose them. So just open these up. We'll need them anyway. And same thing for the basic box. Open all of them. They're going to help us get officers, which is next. Alright, let's get this is there. Always good to have some extra stuff. Okay, so competent enough, tap the map button, get acquainted with the real battle zone. Okay. So, let's do that. That's a
Good
suggestion.
to see you, Commander.
So, before we do this and move on to some of the other buildings, let's click on the map. Hello, map. Maps are cool because you can zoom in, you can zoom out, and you can just keep going. This button here always takes you back where you need to be. Wha-bam, to your base. I always like to zoom out just at that point where it turns into those. And then up here, the flag will help you see territory that is owned by either yourself or another guild, like these. So now, let's go back inside and unlock the military school building. A lot of these buildings, we're going to go into some of the details. What do we need for 6? Defense level 5 and storehouse level 5. So let's go storehouse. Let's just start there. Oh, we need an oil rig now. Let's go over here and let's create an oil rig. While we're at it, let's create the other needed resources. Yes, I am in zone 722 right now, building this base, for example. I'm going to do energy as well. This is just to show people how to build up a base. It's not the base that I necessarily be using for anything crazy, but it was, I already have one in 723, so I had to put it here. Alright, so I like to build all of these up, but I like my farm to be here in the corner. And I demolish this guy. I'll show you and explain that one later. In the meantime, let's take them all to level 5. No help, because we don't have a guild that we're a part of just yet. But we're going to get to those in a second. But in the meantime, we can click here and see. Nope, we want here. In 5 minutes and 25 seconds, we can build it for free. In the meantime, let's just use this. And it jumps it to where it needs to be, so we can go for free. We'll take this one up. After I get these to level 5, we're going to go through them one at a time. And I'll show you why they're important. Same thing here. We'll use that. Done. You can also wait and let these things go. It'll just take it 5 minutes to get there. So I could choose, since it takes 3 minutes and 30 seconds, I can choose to just let that clock keep ticking and make a decision of either speeding it up or let it run its course to be free on its own. For demonstration, I'm just going to go through it. I'm going to do this one, then we're going to click on the hand. I think the hand is trying to get us to pick a guild. There's one more resource over here that I'm going to do as well. And then let's go through them all. Okay. A lot of the beginning stuff here, just get it out of the way. Alright, so let's start over here. We'll start with this. So this produces food. Upgraded to increase hourly food production. The upkeep of troops consumes food, but the number of your troops won't decrease when food runs short. So right here, it tells you your output based on how many and their level. So currently, it's going to output 795 an hour total output. So if you had multiple farms, this would be a lot bigger. And total base capacity. So once we get to 52,500 units of food, that's it. And that's right here. So right now we're above that number, so technically we're not producing any food. The upkeep right now is negative 1,005 per hour. So this will go down 1,005 each hour. And usually that ticks away just, you know, as time goes on. It's not like in an hour it takes it away. It's just current. Right? Mores are always great because they tell you all the details about that base. We can take the food up to level 25. In doing so, its output hourly is 25,000. Increases the base limit of 2 million. And again, that number increases the more food farms you have. And the power level, the power level that the building will be worth is 832,000. And it's all the same for all of them. So output, this doesn't have to do with upkeep, so it doesn't give you that information, but it outputs 477 units per hour. And one of them has a makes the base capacity at 37,500. More. And same thing here. Your level, your output per hour, capacity, and power. So this right here is like an extra, the extra bit as it's doing, sends it up there. So we just got an extra 50. And same thing for cash. Now, cash buildings will help increase your production of troops by 5%. And that is added up per building. And I think it's base level as well. So the higher the base, the more help. Let's see here, actually. Boom, here you go. So 5%. When you get to 21, you're at a higher level point. So it's 25% assist per building with an additional 0.5% of total attack number. Once you get to level 25, you gain 1% total attack and a total of 30% per building. And same thing goes for these, per building. So that is the mint. So now we have all those up to level 5. Let's get our military school up. And then we'll go in and I'll show you what it's all about. Next one I'll need to do. No help, we don't have anything yet. Speed it up. And this speed up here, which is great because we still have 12 minutes total, but it knows it only has this much to go. If I click the speed up, it's going to tell me nothing because we're already at the free point. But if we're not at the free point, it's a quick way that it'll go down and grab the appropriate speed ups. So free, level 5. We have a bouncing exclamation mark here. So let's go see what that gives us. So info and upgrade, you know what those do. Officer research is something that's not unlocked just yet. But if we go to our info, XP boost 25%. Let's go to more. XP boost. XP is commander level, which again is something I'll be showing you here in a little bit. But as the base, as the military school gains higher levels, you can see that it helps with your XP boost. We're gonna, not more. Sorry, meant to click out. We're gonna go in to officer, and we get a little red dot here. Let's go take a look. So what it's trying to tell us is we can actually gain this officer. Each officer has different strengths for what it's going to help with, and they all show up here. So what they're saying is we have the appropriate requirements to gain Ribery. He helps with construction speed, and his boosts are between 0.7 and 6.9 based on his level. He'll help research speed from 0.7 to 6.9, and no specialty. So we're going to recruit him, and recruiting him is going to cost us 3 of these cassettes and $1 of our $103,000 that we have, and we're going to recruit. And there we go. So now that we've recruited him, we now need to activate him. So we're going to say use. Now, if we back out here and come up here, first of all, I hate a blank face. Let's change it. If you link your Facebook page, you can use your profile picture if you choose, or any officer you've unlocked. All the grays are available, but any that you've unlocked, you can use them if you prefer. I will choose, I'm gonna go with that. Okay. It's also saying that we have an available one here. Let's click on it. And it's saying Fisher, use. Uh-oh. Required commander level 10. So we got to wait on him. Hit OK. But we have him available. We can try it in a little bit. So commander level, this is what this is here. Your name, you can always change your name if you want. And it just shows you the symbol that you've chosen. Commander level helps you for multiple reasons, but there's ways to gain your commander level XP. They're given to you. I can click here and I could use 5,000 of them, and then there's 50,000. I've already bumped myself up in doing that from where I was to 4. But, or no, maybe I didn't. I'm sorry. No, I didn't. Okay. So in your commander level, it helps unlock what they call talent points, which is something that we'll be getting into here in a little bit. So we're going to get out of there. Go back into here. Not upgrade, sorry, I want to show you officers again. So there's different positions: strategic, machinery, vanguard, guard, specialty, and I believe nuclear. So they all, for different reasons, help you out with certain things. Again, each one, even the ones you don't have, you can click on them and they tell you what their boost is for helicopter defense, tank attack, helicopter defense with SUV attack, tank defense with SUV attacks. They're all different all the way down. Each color is a tier as they move up in strength and ability to assist you in something. Red being the highest level, but even in the reds, there are tiers of original type officers to new types of officers to now even newer of the new of the new. Oh, and the other thing you can do too, top corner, you can filter through if you want certain things. So really cool thing to have. Definitely recommend checking that out when you're trying to pick officers. These are the materials that you gather, and these are what help gain you said officers. This is available to grab. Collect some dog tags. So in some of the things that we've done, we've already completed the next layer, which is steel production 1, oil production 1, energy strategy 1. Now we can go and defeat level 2 terrorists if we choose. Go to the map, magnifying glass, come in here, go and search it. There it is. And go attack it. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Uh-oh, we are under attack. Incoming. But nothing we can do, and we're under a shield, so we should be good. Not going to worry too much about that. One second here. Okay. Commander, we're under attack. Let's go look at the mail. We were victorious in our attack by a level 5 terrorist. Check report. See how many troops were damaged. So this right here is a garage. Garage is going to hold your damaged troops. So you could say all of them, part of them. You could say Q all. Instant repair will cost you 1 diamond, and repair is 0. So let's not waste a diamond. They're very valuable in game. We only have just over 6,000 of them. So considering what's going on, let's look at the territory map real quick, because there is a battle going on right now. It's like somebody wants to gain a monument. So this right here, there's them scouting. They're trying to figure out what's in here as he's attacking. He wins the battle, he wins the monument. Now, when you're in this restricted area, as you can see, it looks a little different here. Your troops march very slow. This is going to be 4 minutes and 10 seconds of watching this painstakingly fly across to here. If you're in these areas that are not the restricted, your plane will fly a lot faster. We can come back and take a look. All right, so we're not going to go to 6. We're going to take the base today to level 5. We're going to make that push to level 5, and then we're going to stop. So in doing that, let's get a lot of our other very important buildings to the same level. All right, so what did we do? We did our resources. All right, all level 5. Mint, level 5. And we learned about the importance of the mint. We're going to take the black market, which if you go to the black market, you can use black market coins to then purchase these items. Some of these items come in handy, like this right here comes in very handy. I'm going to purchase that as an example. You can also use diamonds to purchase some of the things like handcuffs, also handy. I'm going to make a choice to use my diamonds to buy that. You get free refreshes, so in 7 hours I will get another free refresh. I can use that one now. I will get those again. But you can get, you know, resources, speeds, energy boosts, things like that, transports. I mean, there's a lot of different things that pop in here, and you'll make a choice if these things are important to you or not, and grab them based on a little bit of gameplay. In the meantime, we're going to look at the info. Refreshes, those go up as, obviously, as, you know, the unit coin production, or unlock coin production, sorry. As your base goes up and this building goes up, free refreshes go up. Coins per day, very important. There's the other refresh, there's the other one there. For now, until we get this unlocked, we have to collect the coins that we're going to use. Excuse me, that came out of nowhere. In the meantime, we're going to upgrade the building. So we can choose to wait 4 minutes and 30 seconds, or hit this, use a 5-minute speed up, and say free. Defense production, we're going to upgrade, and same thing, make a decision to speed up. Great. There it is. The Joker is now the boss of the land. Take a look at the government building. Well, there you go. They're now the government. We'll go over this building a little bit more later. Alright, so no war, just taking the building as agreed upon. Alright, so defense center. Let's see some here. Alright, so defense. Defense is important. Let's take a look here. Defense capacity, 10,000. As the base goes up, so does the production. Defense attack does go up. Excuse me, the percentage. So this is a boost, if you will. And again, at 25. If you look inside production, these are the things that you need to unlock, and then you can start to produce these and at the capacities that we just looked at. Currently it's not unlocked because we haven't researched anything yet, which we'll get into the lab here in a minute. And then formation is how you want your ghosts, which is another building that we're going to have to get to. right, so in that, we have some other buildings that we can bring up to level 5 before we call it quits for today, and we'll keep going through them. So this one here, we already had to bring up. Storehouse. Let's take a look inside, letting us know where we are at. Storehouse, we're allowed to also pack and seal things smaller, but let's go in here. Protective quantity is 350,000. Okay, this number increases as we go up. At level 21, you gain cash protection. Unlock resource packs, so you can pack things and save them. And they pack into things like this, so they can be grabbed at later and nobody can take them from you. So basically what they're saying is every one of these is under 350,000. So if we get attacked, our resources are saved, except for cash. Cash can be taken until you get to the point of level 21. You gain a 2 million cash protection. But even at level 20, if you're attacked and you have, 1 million cash, it's gone, and however much they can carry away from you. Alright, so that's Storehouse. But let's just take it to level 5. Wrong button, sorry. Let's take it to level 5 just so we can get it sorted out. And that building is done. And let's move it along. Alright. So now we've gotten our resources to level 5. The Black Market, the Defense Center, and the Storehouse. Tesla Lab, let's just because. Tesla Lab is going to increase your the Tesla points here, and you can use these as you increase it. It unlocks these features. Right now we have speed ups, so we can develop some universal speed ups at the current rate of 2710 per one. You can swipe up or skip. We've gained 600 seconds more. If we take more, we keep draining this down, this number here will increase before it restores it to full capacity. So using this stuff is actually a good thing. But obviously having ability to get to some of these other things are really good too. So let's look at the details. So here's what you're unlocking as you go through. All right, all these different items. So level 23, I mean, this kind of stuff is really important. So is this kind of stuff. So all good things to keep an eye on as you're increasing the level of it. So each one of these basic research boosts. What's this one here? Repair boosts. Level 3 troops. Repair cost reductions. Gaining in thorium. So all very important stuff. So we're going to increase this to level 5 as well. And this is where we're going to need some help. We're going to use what we already gained. Take it one more. And you can see the time is starting to get bigger. That's 27 minutes. Use that. And go free. You are level 5. Alright, we're getting our buildings up there. Oops. Okay, so next, garage. I showed you that one, but we'll go through it a little bit more. Gain that real quick. Right now, capacity of garage, because you only have one, is 3,000. If you go in here and look, as the base increases, so does its capacity, and that capacity is, you add in however many bases you have. So if you have 2 of them at level 5, you're adding 6,000 plus 6,000. Now you have 12,000. So if you have one that's at level 5 and one that's level 4, well then you're adding 6,000 and 5,500, so 11,500. And we're going to increase it. If you go into repair, it'll also tell you, just so you don't have to do the math in your head, you can look here and realize that you have this much capacity, and it'll add all your buildings together, so you don't have to worry about trying to do the math yourself. But let's take it to 5 and see that number increase. Oh, so this building requires the armory to be of a certain level so you can keep going. So let's go through the armory real quick. So armory is going to let you know the capacity. So right now we're making only T1s. We haven't done any research to gain any of the larger size troops stronger. But if you go to details, you gain total units on base, outskirts, out of base, the total upkeep, that's the food we were talking about. Unit limit per production, 50, so that's how many we can make. And then production speed increased by 5%. So that's based on, I think, the mint is helping us there. So how many we have is right here. So 445 of the Cricket 1-star SUVs, 300 of the Koala 1-star tanks, and 300 of the Hawk 1-star helicopters. This is also a map of capacities. As you can see, as you gain in the levels, you gain, here's 0.25 total defense, 0.5, 0.75, 1s, 2.5s, and 3.5s. And this is per building. So if you have 2 armories that are level 21, you're combining 2.5 plus 2.5 to make 5% total defense boost. Those things come in handy later as we're building. So we're not also building any troops, so let's just go here and produce that, as we're going to then upgrade the capacity. And one more. Use and speed ups for free. Alright, that's done. Alright, then we're going to finish the garage. We're going to take that one, go there. Boom. 1149. Pick up these. Be done with that. Alright, so now we got all those done to there. Let's move up a little. Lab. Very important building. Research speed increase. At its current level, it's giving us a 1%. As we increase, as you can see here, it increases to a point with the level. And at 21, it starts making a little bit of a bigger jump. So that helps because researchers gain, like everything else, as your level gets higher, the time gets longer, and having the ability to have boosts like this helps bring those numbers down, as you will see as we move along. Alright, so we're going to upgrade, and this is a very important building, so we're going to spend a little more time. Well, yes, you definitely can do that. So there's a lot of different things you can do. If you're dedicated to understanding the buildings and the method and going through everything, you can plow clear through without anything too hectic. if you focus on building alone, you could probably plow straight through to level 14 to 15 as long as you pay attention to all your missions. You squeeze it as hard as you can and get everything out of it, and maybe get a little assistance from other people giving little resources. With no dollars, you could take this straight up to 14, 15. And not a lot of time either. But you're going to have to balance in research as well. So, and building troops and stuff like that as you go along. But right now what I'm trying to do is just kind of run through each level, each building. And today we're going to go to level 5. The next day I bring this around. I'm going to introduce expanding upon the buildings and taking us to those levels. So today it's just getting everything, understanding what each building up to level 5 is all about. And please, Jordan, if you have any questions about anything, be my guest. So we're going to take this now to level 5 as well. Now this is obviously very, very beginner stuff. Trying to get some beginners to be comfortable with the idea of building and understanding what they're doing. For free, level 5. We already did our officers building. So here's a building we haven't talked about at all. Is the radar. Radar is very, very important. So, gives warning of enemies that are about to attack. Now, as you can see, as you go through your radar levels all the way up, it unlocks and gives you a lot more information. When you get to the higher levels of 21 to 25, it helps, you get to see everything coming at you, but then it also helps you decrease attacking enemies attack level by this percentage. So very important to read through and become very familiar with it. The other thing about the radar that's good is you can manage the levels of alerts. So if attacking marches, rallies, scouts, reinforcements, all that kind of stuff, if it's below a certain HQ level, it will, ignore things. So this is also important because sometimes you get people that just want to mess with you and they keep scouting you or something. You can block these out if you choose. The other thing about this is it kind of has this cool little area here where you can do mini games basically and gain some rewards for the mini games, but it will consume 10 of your action points every time you want to do one of these. So to be fair, I personally don't ever play any of these mini games, but the radar is important, so we are going to upgrade it. There you go. I'll notify you. Let's take it to 5. And this time, we're going to take it that last little bit. Alright. Last buildings to take is ghost buildings. I am not going to dive into the ghost buildings right now. We're just going to take them. Actually, we're going to leave them because I'll dive into those. Ghosts themselves are a very complex thing. It's like its own little world, which we'll dive into each bit of this. Each one of these buildings has a lot of information in it. This is a very, very important place to be. That's why I want to take the time to talk about it. Every bit of this is very necessary. At this point of the game, I will tell you that ghosts will make you or break you when you're fighting with people. So very, very, very important. So we will dive into that as a separate time. Let's get into the lab. Research. So research is also a very key point to this game. I want to say I actually care more about research than my amount of troops that I have. My small amount of troops can defeat a large quantity if mine are that much stronger and my base is that much more capable. So this is where it begins. So in the basic area is where you're going to play the most in the beginning. And you'll continue to walk through, because as you can see, this doesn't unlock until Lab 21. In basic, you have 3 areas. The economy, the combat, and the defense. Economy is important because this is where you're going to, for instance, this increase construction speed. If I was to research this right now, I would increase the construction speed by 1%. So that means as I'm building, my time is going to continue to shrink. I'll just kick it off just for the giggles. Every research has requirements, and some of these requirements are very long. So lab 1, level 1, yes. Nothing else is in research right now. Good. We need more energy. Let's see if we have any. Looks like I do, so I can hit this preview button. And now I have enough. I know I need oil. I can do that. And now I have enough. And the others were all fine. So now I have all check marks here. So this is a 3-hour build on original time. And I have some boost helping me. But I can do an instant research for 300 diamonds. Or I can start the research. And say it right now. Doing the instant research stuff at any level with your diamonds is just criminal. I would definitely not do it at all. There are so many other ways to get through the research, and diamonds are extremely valuable for certain things that are harder to get. So stockpile, save, try not to use them. Further on, you'll completely understand why. But let's just take it for what it is right now and research this. All right, we're going to let that cook for a few. As we unlock that first one, it will then unlock these other tiers working your way down. So energy output, we can boost the overall output multiplied by how many energy tiles we have. Food output, steel are the same, and so is oil. If you go to the unit production, increase load capacity. We can use our troops to gather more and more resources. March speed increases it. So how long it takes to get from us to the next place that we're going to, very important. And the gathering speed. So when we send our troops out to gain things and bring them back, how fast it's going to gather them before it starts its trip back. So very, very important as well. These are all basic and one of those things that just needs to happen. Combat. So combat is also important as you move along. I mean, this is a war game after all, so you will be in combat. So scouting is also important because if you're about to go into battle with somebody, you want to know what you're going to battle with. So scouts, we have a full queue, so I'll tell you what I'm going to do actually. I'm going to empty the queue. That way we can at least get level 1 done. Okay. Go in here, research, get the first level of scout. Doesn't take long. Okay. Let's go have a look-see. That's strange. Thought I would have a percentage there. Or not percentage, number there. So scouting, as you increase your level, also something that you should be reading into a little more in depth. All these different things. So level 2, provide the rough number of units and defenses guarding the enemy space. It also reveals 2 random spaces of the enemy's grid. Provides information on the commander and the enemy space and reveals 4 random spaces on the enemy's grid. All the way up to 9, it provides all information, and 10 just increases the overall speed by 100% of how fast it takes from you to the enemy that you're scouting. Increases unit production, how strong your attack is, how strong your defense is when you're being attacked, not your defense troops, but just your overall defense. Level 2 troops. So in the game it calls them S1, S2, S3. In game, we call them T1 for troop level, T1, T2, T3. So if you see people talking about T something troops, this is what they're talking about right here. Artillery, attack, and defense. Level 3 troops. Total health increase, total defense increase, and then moving on to what actually was the highest for a long time, the T4 troops. They have now been trumped. They are now a level 5 that you can gain in the nuclear lab, which we'll have to talk about much further as we unlock the higher HQs. So defense. Defense is, hang on here, let me show you. Defense center here. So we can't produce anything because we have not unlocked anything in the defense center. So you have to do the first one to then unlock the ability to research these, and then it's a top down. So once you've researched those, it unlocks the next level. Here's level 2, level 3, and level 4. So smaller page, not as much stuff, but this is a tough one. Most, and I say most meaning 90, I almost want to say 95, 98, 99% of people, it's a big number. You don't make these, but you need to finish going through this page of research. Not many people use defense. Once they're dead, once they're attacked, that's it. They're done. So they don't. You can't go to the garage with them. You can't res them. There's nothing. So typically people stay away from them. Strategic page, production level. This is reducing the cost of T1s, reducing the cost of T2s, reducing the cost of T3s, and then reducing the cost of T4s. In here is some other fun stuff. Excuse me. More unit production speed ups, defense speed ups, production speed ups, resource production, so an overall amping of production, total attack and total defense increases percentage wise, very important. The overall capacity of your armory, so the number of how many troops can be built at one time, and then again more unit production speeds and defense. So kind of, you know, an important page. This area will be unlocked at 13, and we can go into that more detail then, and this one at 18 we can go through more detail there. Nothing in here can be looked at until we hit level 21 lab, which, as you will learn, by itself is a pretty, I don't know, pretty big feat. It's very much a pain in the butt. Alright, so level 5s. We are level 5s everywhere we need to be. Let's look a little deeper into our officers, because we stopped at materials. There's metals. We don't have any yet, so it's hard to show. But we can take these metals and attach them to officers to help increase a number of things. Ooh, the honor store. That is new for me. I will have to dig a little research into these. You can make items, or you can basically, like this officer at some point will become old and not necessarily. We can decompose and use points to help build newer, better officers. Technique upgrades. These are important because they're attachments to your officers to assist in one of, I think, 3 categories. And yep, here they are: camouflage, exploration, and battle inspiration. These will go into a little bit further as we start to use them. There's a lot of information. You'll see that I'm going to slowly chip away at everything as we build this base over time. So outside of that, things to know. This thing always refreshes and gains you stuff, so always pay attention to that. It is important to keep going through this. Claim all the items as you're doing stuff. If you're not doing it as it follows, you're just going to notice that there's stuff that you can do. Here is queues of information. So this is building. When you start a brand new base somewhere, you get 2 queues out of the gate. There, you'll lose that after, I think it's 24 hours. But there is ways to gain that back for 2 versus 1. And same thing here for research. There's ways to gain 2 and production of troops. This one's kind of cool because it lets you know all the different things that are active. So as you can see, not a whole heck of a lot of things, but free VIP level 3 benefits, which I'll show you what those are for a day. We have a shield up for a day, and our construction expansion is a day. If we go, lost my thought there for a second. Oh, VIP. So VIP level. This is if you plan or you do happen to spend money in the game, your VIP level will increase for all these different levels to where you finally max out at what they call, or I don't call anything, but the top VIP. 25 million diamonds gets you this. Basically, these are all the things that you can get in your VIP levels. You gain them, as you can see, it changes, the numbers go up, and more things happen based on your VIP levels. So something to look through. You do not have to spend to play this game at all. Spending in this game assists in reducing time and gaining the ability to use certain items easier than getting them as rewards. You can purchase them with the diamonds. So you do not need anything. You can gain everything. Some things are just a little more difficult to gain than others, but you do not have to buy anything to play this game. Just like most games, there's always a buy, get rid of commercials, or a buy to get into something, you know, quicker. So same theory of this game. Officer levels we went through. So there's a bunch of buildings that are still not here yet. So we don't have a building here, here, here. There's a building here and here and here. So there's a lot still left. Oh, and here. But one last thing that's kind of two things that are cool. If we go big news. Will it show me the big news? Yep. Oops. So every new zone goes through different periods of time. So this zone's been around for a little bit. We'll look at how many days, but development period 1 has already ended, but you can gain these rewards if you unlock them by doing whatever it is. So 1500 level 8 bases. Arms period, 250,000 terrorists or rebels in the zone. Chaos occupying 20,000 tiles. Total war period, so produce 2 million, I believe. 2 million, see it says S4, it's actually T4s. Cumulative T4s in this zone. So it doesn't seem like anybody here either has T4s or they haven't produced any after it's been unlocked. But your rewards are here for getting it done, and once it is done, in the 7 days, almost 8 days, they will unlock these items. So GVG, which is Guild versus Guild score runs, Red Officers, Zone versus Zone packs, Total War Period limited packs, and unlock Zone versus Zone activities. Again, many things we'll have to discuss as we move along. Get out of here. So there's also 2 more periods here. So kill 500 elites, get the next one unlocked, and then absolute domination. Achieve 3 zone versus zone victories in your zone. So here, let's look at messages. So zone information, kind of cool thing. You'll see people gaining things. You know, there's certain things that are announced throughout the zone. You know, if anything crazy in the zone, you get a little bit of news here. You can change the decorations of your base. These are generally earned through rewards and things like that. So it tells you about them. Each one has sometimes, you know, different things that they assist with, especially the limited ones. The normal ones, you don't really gain anything. You can also change your planes as they travel, and they have, again, things that assist them. So what you have, main base, is it so far. Okay, so one last thing we could do here is boosts. So this is the boosts that are currently active with everything that we've done so far. So defense, construction, research. These numbers will continue to increase as we move along. Same thing, how many boosts do we have in all of these different categories of attack? You know, combat, defense. So right now, total defense, armory level, that's it. Construction boosts and things like that. All very important stuff. Unit production capacity, plus 200 right now. So, resources. Percentage increase that they have based on, again, different variables throughout. As we go along, I'll show you those. If you are to spend, this is the area. So you get a free stuff if you do your first purchase. So here's where it is. I will probably have a segment on it on its own. There is a free item in here that you can always get every day. Refreshes. Claim that. It's worth it. Talents have been unlocked. I think we'll go over talents another day as well. So we have a lot of ground to cover here with items and here. So we'll go into those on the next round. But I think overall, that is a good covering of base development to level 5. What time is it now? 9:30. Why don't we do some menus just to do them? So, map. Actually, let's just go through here real quick. So, you already see the officer stuff. You can click on your resources and see them exactly. You know, diamonds brings you straight here. Power. So, this is you. You can change your map, or your flag. So whatever you like, represent your country or just have whatever you want. You'll find your commander points and your action points here, and I'll explain those as we move along a little further. You can have a declaration here. I'm just going to say here to build. I am Bob the Builder. So this is your name, whatever sex you chose, your power level, and your destruction that you've done. You want to change your name, and then the VIP that you are at. You can block people if you're looking at other people's profile, email them through the game, message them directly, gift them at certain levels. You can gift people, add them into your friends list, and this here is your captains. You can hide the other people seeing them. You'll see them all the time, but hiding them so that people won't. And then heart, kind of a cool thing, kind of fun thing. Give somebody a heart, let them know you like them. And then all your stats. So power levels, where you're getting all your power levels from building to research, defense, commander, stuff like that. Your battle stats, how much you've won, lost, destroyed this, destroyed that. Again, this stuff we can go into more as time progresses. And resources that you've traded and or collected. Occupied tiles, stuff like that. So just an information hub, basically. Down here, your map view. is, you know, obviously very important. If you zoom in, you see more of you. Zooming out is also important. You get to a level, you have the choice of how you want to see things. These are resources, we can turn them off. Bases, and it's bases, so you'll know red is not your guild. Green is always you. And for the life of me, the color just went out of my head. I just lost what color it was in my head. That is funny. So let me look at my map, my other one here. Blue, thank you. Don't know why I could think of that. So blue for if you're in a guild, your guild mates. You can hide that. These are the terrorists. They show up on here. And this here is flight paths of, you know, if somebody's sending a troops in a direction, you can see the flight path. But you can keep zooming out. And now you're seeing overall grid and some of the colors of things going on. Of guild taking over territory. Keep going a little bit more, just for a larger overall view of everywhere on the map. And again, if you want to see or not see something. Main monuments. And then all the different cities. The larger 4 that are very important. This is one of the smaller ones here. Go into that in some more detail. Each one of them means something. This guy here, this button, will always bring you back to you. So, good thing to know. This is your location on the map. And if you wanted to find or look at a different location, but you know the X and Y coordinates, you can put them in here and it'll bring you there. You can find the terrorists here. We've only defeated up to a certain level, so that's all we can see. And this is, as we research certain things, this will help you find the resources that you're looking for. So you literally don't have to look around the map and go, that's the one I want. And again, we'll go into gathering resources at a later date. So, marking things is important. You can click on something, empty tile, resource, other base, and basically mark it. Important, friend, or enemy, and give it a name or let it be what it is. You can share with the zone, a chat room specific, a guild, or a private chat, the coordinates with a small short message. And this will tell you what it is. Oil field, level 3. Its coordinates controlled by nobody because nobody owns the land that it's on, and the quantity of what is left in it. You can choose to gather and send troops. So field of things. Territory map just lets you see a view of all the different territories. You can filter them. Rankings of what you want to see. If you want to see what is owned, if you will, by a guild or not. So we are looking at now. That is controlled by FMU. That one is different, so it's owned by SC. World map is also important. Kind of lets you know general idea of the area. Resource, like the levels breakdown. Status of everything. Another thing is also the world map, which lets you know all the other zones everywhere. Alright, and if you click on yours, it's been open for 16 days. The zone flag is set to this currently. You go to an older zone, 1,363 days old for that one. Then we go back to the base. Missions are very important. If you complete all of these as you go through, the activity bar keeps going up and you gain all these rewards. Then so as you can see today you only get 400, but you can keep gaining points even though you don't get rewards. You can then unlock these guys down here, and they help you get wingmen, which is another thing that we'll unlock when we get to HQ 8. Base missions are things that you do that gain you rewards, basically. So this is gaining me 15,960 food, more XP, and a power level increase. So all three things are very important. But we have 84 of them, and they also, in a certain area, give you free speed ups. So very important as you're building to clear these out and gain those speed ups, because they're going to help you make that jump. Solo missions, because we're VIP 3, we can collect these. Oh yeah. And I'm just going to do this real quick so I don't lose out on them. But again, these are also helping you with different things. So we gain cash, we gain commander points. Cash, commander points. This one here, energy and cash. Guild, well, if we're in a guild, then hey, we get. But until then, we don't get. So the items here. So we can purchase these items here for diamonds. That's why I'm saying diamonds are important. I would recommend holding off on getting anything with diamonds until you know what you're getting and why. Mysterious store. There's stuff in here that's always good. I can refresh it. Hot sale. Nothing on hot sale. That happens like once or twice throughout the week. And some decorations you can buy. So items, XP boost, a whole bunch of other kind of things. Resources you can buy. Again, this is all with diamonds, so be careful. Speed ups and boosts. But that's the store. You also have your items, so these are the things that you have. So like we have these war warrants that are going to come in very handy very soon. Just going to open them all up. And handcuffs, same thing. Here's our ports. Talent books we'll go over. Guild missions. March recalls, action points. These are the resources we have that we haven't opened yet. Current allotment of speed ups, and there are different ones. General speed ups. This is troop marching speed up. These cog looking ones here. Troop, so reduces production or repair queues. This one here is going to be a building queue, and then there's the science one. Boost. This will increase 5% of your total attack on your base, or on your troops when you're attacking. And then you have an 8-hour shield here, 24-hour, 3-day, and then a 30-day. And this will increase our production of cash. So guild, there's a lot of guild stuff here. We'll join one eventually, but when we do, we'll go through everything. Oops, I did it again. My bad. Mail. As things happen, here's all the reports basically. You can click and read them. Go through, and I hate to see them all there, so I delete them if I don't need them. Inbox, if people message you, you get important emails from the game as well in here. Things that you've sent out, if you sent things, and anything that you would have saved. And you can create emails. So if you need customer assistance, I highly recommend coming in here. There are a few other things that you can do to help yourself. There is a forum, sorry, not a forum, a group on Facebook. Very helpful there. Discord server, very helpful there. Zone information, tell you about the government and the different hats they call them, how they help you or not. And the government, how they break down the taxes to everybody. Currently, governor takes all. The overview, you can only see that if you are the governor. There can only be one. Privileges. This cannot be changed, except for the governor. Rankings. Per player. Broken down in power, territory occupied, territory owned, D&D, or destroy and damage. Resources gathered. Oops. Battles won, resources traded, and commanders captured, and guild help sent. Same things for the most part. There's a few of them that are not on here, but broken down per guild. Searching. You can search for commanders in part, so input at least the first 3 characters of commander's name, case sensitive, or guild. It'll tell you what zone they're in, and you can click and view some of their information. So zone information. So mini games, that's where you went for the simulator, radar mission, and counterterrorism center, and shooting grounds, which and some of the events that we'll go through are important as well. Rift of Legends is a whole like sidebar type thing that you can do to gain points, and then use those chips, if you will, coins, to redeem different items here from this store. Settings in the game, kind of important. You can set up some of the notifications, language, the language that you're using, volumes, and then account information. That's very important in there. You can always have multiple bases, things like that. System function, something I've never used, never needed it. Terms of service, say if you want to know what the toss is for the game, there it is. Privacy policy as well. And the gaming community. So there's the fan page and the forums that I'm speaking of. Take a look at that afterwards. And there you go. This right here is chat. Sorry. Chat is, this is for direct messages to a person, and chat rooms. You can create your own if you want it, or join. And then friends lists. Next HQ. Chat is breaking up into the zone, and then the guild, and then the private messages. And that is basically it. These will go over more as we go to the next level. So, and that right there, I think, is enough information for one day. More to come, don't you worry. But I am going to call it quits on this note here. So I do appreciate you all being here and watching and being a part of this. So until next time, have a good one.